Welcome to Lanes and Games in Cambridge, Massachusetts for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. Brought to you by the International Candlepin Bowling Association in conjunction with AT&T Broadband. Hello, I'm your host, Philip Burton, alongside Dan Murphy, and you know we're here to bring you some of the most exciting Candlepin action anywhere. Don Santiago, our reigning champion, is back going for his 4th straight win. We'll talk about him momentarily, but first, Dan has today's format.
Okay, we have 2 new bowlers coming in the challengers match, a 1-game match. Go right through that 1 game. If they win that, then they take on last week's champion, in this case, Don Santiago, in a 2-game match. Of course, if they win the 2-game match, they come back next week and they have the right to defend that title.
Today's challenge is John Czernicki versus Glenn Harris. Will take each other on in the first game.
Okay, and John, out of the Mohegan Bowl, averages 120, and he'll be taking on Glenn Harris from Brian's Bowl away, and he averages 123.
And the winner of those two will take on our reigning champion, Don Santiago, who averages a 118. Don started with 5 marks in a row last week to beat Mike McIntosh 238 to 226. He also just missed cracking the top 3 and our total overall point leaders. Why don't you explain our point system?
Right, it's very important they tie marks together. We give marks for spares, for strikes, for combinations of spares and strikes, and that's how Don Santiago last week accumulated 1,500 because he had 5 marks in a row. We give a 500-point bonus for 3 strikes in a row, and of course, if they win that championship match, they receive 750 points.
Currently, our top 3 leaders are Dave Arlett in 3rd place with 1,600, Tim McGough with 1,700 in 2nd place, and Dave Dupree way out in front with 2,350. Now, you folks, as always, can get involved through our viewers' participation.
Right. We give you an address later on in the show. All you do is send us a postcard with the pertinent information, and mailing address and things like that on it. We'll give you the address. If we draw your name out, you'll be coupled up with one of our 2 challengers. And if the challenger goes all the way through, wins the championship round, you receive $25. Those people in the audience today, we're going to draw a name out and couple them up with the reigning champion. And if the champion continues to win, they'll take home the $25 check.
All right, thanks, Dan. When we come back, the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge right here on AT&T 3. Welcome back to Lanes and Games in Cambridge, Massachusetts for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. Up first in lane 3 is John Czernicki. He's from Webster, Massachusetts, and he bowls out of Mohegan Bowlodrome. He has a high single of 211.
Of course,
not bad start. Takes down 8.
If you're wondering if there's any relation to John Czernicki and the famous Stacia Czernicki, this is Statia's son. Of course, any of you around Candlepin Bowling remember the name Stacia Czernicki. One of the best, if not the greatest, Candlepin bowler ever. She was a Hall of Famer, and she was something.
Let's see if she passed those genes along.
That's right.
To John.
Well, he must have got a few because he's here with us.
Absolutely, right? All right, now over in lane 4, he walks away with an 8 box in lane 3. All right, the 3-pin falls late for him. He leaves the 1 and 6 with some wood to play with.
Okay, John Czernicki is bowling for Andrew Medeiros from Plastow, New Hampshire. So John was going to win this match and go on and win the championship. Andrew, I should say, will take home a check for $25 from the International Candlepin Bowling Association.
Now up in lane 3, Glenn Harris.
Glenn's home viewer partner is Monica Dubois of Bedford, New Hampshire.
Glenn leaving the 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. Ooh, he clears out the 4 horsemen and leaves the 9. Just misses the 9-pin just to the left. So his first box is a 9 box. Glenn has a high single of 201.
Off target to the left.
There you go.
Trying to put this on the head pin here. still off to the left a little bit. He leaves the 1, 5, 3, 9, 6, and 10. The whole crew to the right.
And just the 7.
After 2, it's 18-16. John Czernicki leads by 2. And he's looking for more. John leaving the 4 horsemen to the left, the 1, 2, 4, and 7.
That's a 6 spill on the spare.
And this is over to the right.
There's Don Santiago trying to make it 4 wins in a row. We threw a name out, as I said, for the show. And the person in the audience today is Christopher Miller from Leominster, Mass. And he'll be teaming up with Don Santiago for that $25 check going to somebody at home or somebody here in the audience.
John gets the 10 box over lane 3 for 34. And he downs 5 in lane 4.
Well, we've got a chance with this one, that with the angle of the wood, it's going to throw that 3-pin over towards the 7. The problem could be the 5. No, the problem was the 9 in the back. Has it got enough? Not quite.
Just waiting for that wood to settle. Tough angle. He uses the wood and he clears it out.
And
for
44.
10 box. After 4, he's now at 44. And has an 8-point advantage. Glenn Harris coming with power for the strike. Oh, Glenn Harris bringing it on that one.
You see the replay, ball right in the 1-3 pocket.
7-pin kind of denies him, but he tells it to get down there. Go on down, come on.
There it goes.
There it is.
For a double, not quite. 1, 2, 4 left. Trying to go spare on strike. Needs at least 2 of these to tie the match up.
Gets all 3 for the spare.
And the 2-pin advantage now.
All right, folks, we are off and running. Czernicki looking to answer. He down 6. He has the 1, 2, 6, and 10 with some wood back there.
Oh,
Clears the ball out. Wood included.
Actually, he had the sleeper, the 8 behind there as well. So that was a great shot. There you see hard to see that back pin sometimes. Yeah. Great shot. Now for the fill on that spare.
A little bit.
Well,
He takes down 8 though.
Yeah, the good news is 8 drop on the spare. The bad news, it happens to be the 6 and 7. Piece of wood though. Yeah.
Now, how do you approach this? Do you use the wood? Do you go straight for the 6?
No, you have to go after the wood. Try to get the wood and the 6-pin. Have the ball take the 6 and the wood take the... Actually, I think it was too far left. But that was the play. Now he's just trying to grab one.
That's what he does.
Almost got both of them.
All right, after 6, John Czernicki is at 71. Glenn Harris bowls out of 2 houses. Brian's bowl away, and he leaves the 6 and 10 over in right field.
Good drop of 8 leaves the 6-10 piece of wood in between.
Yeah, he should just drive this 6 right through the 10.
That wood isn't real deep, so you want to catch a little more of that wood than normal. Very nicely done. 3 in a row.
see there, our scoreboard, Glenn Harris has a 2-point advantage.
Oh, he touches them all.
Right.
2 strikes, sandwiched around 2 spares. Unbelievable start for Glenn Harris.
Now he's starting to rack up. He's not racking up the points in this
No,
one.
he wishes this is a championship match. Yeah, would have been a great
I'll tell you
start.
what, though, if this was the champions match, he'd
Wow.
be collecting big time.
John Czernicki. Well, another tough spare. This time the 3 with a 4 and 7. Would like that wood to be turned a little more facing toward the 4 and 7. Tough shot. Try the 3 and see what happens.
Ooh, misses.
Tried to catch
Just
the
off
wood.
target on that.
Yeah, I tried to catch the wood. Like that, but
Yeah.
just an 8. Tough shot there. Didn't really have a good angle on the wood.
That was tough.
Critical time here for John. Needs a mark here in the 8th. 13 pins behind, but he's also opposite that strike that he hasn't filled yet.
So he leaves the 4 horsemen to the right, the 1, 3, 6, 10, plus the 7 and the 8 in the back there. He's got some wood in between that.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the
Crucial
spare.
shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful work.
Not only was it a must spare, but I mean a great spare, but it was a must spare for him, and that makes it more difficult knowing I can't afford to have another open frame.
Right.
Now Glenn working on the strike.
Ooh. Drove that head pin right on through.
Yeah, got to make a little spare though with the wood there. Play the 3, ball carry him off the front piece of wood into the single pin. Hopefully the wood will carry out the other 3. A little high in the wood.
Oh, it's not going to hit.
Now he's a little too high in the wood, so the ball couldn't carry him off and take that 2 pin.
Glenn has a triple of 484, 485, excuse me.
His reaction on that. Oh, he knows he's a little high. Maybe I'll get lucky. Not quite.
It's not going to go.
Yeah.
All right, Glenn leaving the 4 horsemen to the left. 1, 2, 4, and 7.
Now, if he's open here, leaves John a ray of hope going to. Oh, he gets the spare.
All to the left.
Matches the spare put up in the 8th by John Czernicki. Here you see the replay, just right in the 1-2 pocket. 4 pin comes off the wall for the 7. Textbook.
Absolutely.
Big 9-pin
Almost
drop.
answers right back with a strike.
Big 9-pin spare drop on the spare. Keeps his hope alive. He's going to have to mark out.
It's got that kingpin sitting there.
Yeah. 5-pin all by itself. The piece of wood next to it, but oh, that hurt.
Gets it.
Spare in the 9.
So after 9, he is at 108. Now moving over to lane 4. He leaves the spread eagle plus the 8-pin sleeping in the back of the 2. He's kind of chipping away at it here. Now it's 5 and now it's 5 to go.
Disappointing 3 on the spare.
Okay, John Czernicki finishes with a 119 after 10.
And Glenn Harris already at 113 plus this ball, so.
All right, Harris looking to wrap this one up. And that should do it. Almost, right? I mean,
No,
he's got that
yeah,
one.
that does it. Yep, he's 112 already, actually 122. Already in the 8th,
Yeah,
another
that
spare
does
in
it
the
right
9th.
there.
Yeah. 132 plus the ball. Right through the middle.
Right. Yeah.
Clips out the 7-pin. Gives him 4. Great open. Oh, he almost converts that. Glenn, save some of those for the next match.
I'm telling you. Well, you can start to collect the points.
That's right. 10 and a 146.
All right, and Glenn Harris will advance to our champions match. He beats John Czernicki 146 to 119. We have to take a break, but we'll be back with more exciting Candlepin action right after these messages. Back to Lands and Games in Cambridge, Massachusetts for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. Dan said at the top of the show, if you folks want to get involved, you can send your postcards to the International Candlepin Bowling Association at 26 South Main Street, Suite 252, Concord, New Hampshire 03301. Now, look who's back, Don Santiago. Going for his 4th straight win. He's from Falmouth, Massachusetts. He almost gets a strike on his first attempt.
By missing the head pin. Now, here's the breaks you've got to take advantage of. You don't see this happen very often, missing the head pin and leaving only the head pin standing.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh, you heard him.
Yeah. He's saying to himself, how did I miss that one?
I know.
But he gets the $10 nonetheless.
You don't like to let those get away from you, those breaks. You get enough bad breaks during the match. You get a good one you want to cash in.
Exactly.
Moves over to
now,
lane 4.
over in lane 4. Gets the
Another.
Oh, another.
Nice bill.
You know,
I thought it was going to go down.
we always joke with the guys I play in leagues with that if you miss a single pin, watch, this is an automatic 8-9 or strike. It makes you feel real bad about missing the single, and look at that.
He does it again.
Oh, wow. But that one wasn't his fault. How did that
he had all
pin
that wood
stand
around
up?
it.
I know. Just when you think you've seen it all. Our great crackerjack crew is going to have a replay of that one. Take a look at what happens to this wood. Where else would you play it? You got to play it on high, above the red line, I think. Now he's below it. Maybe that was the reason, but still should have carried.
It was off to the left a little bit. I don't know. I thought that was going to go for him. Glenn Harris up in lane 2. He was just off to the right. He down 7 though.
Going to have Earl Smith take a look at that wood that's out in front of the head pin. Remember, as Sharon Sundberg reminded me, that deadwood line is 2 feet out in front of that head pin. And obviously that was over 2 feet out in front because Earl had to remove it.
Right.
Oh, great spare.
The spare.
Hurry up, Earl. Get that wood out of my way because I am flying. Take a look at this. Head pin takes one. I think the wood takes the other. Yes.
Sure does. All right, Glenn Harris striding off strong. Off to the left on this one. Leaves a cluster to the right. It's got the 1, 5, 3, 9, 6, and 10, the whole right side.
That's 50 points for Glenn, obviously, with that spare. On Santiago last week, boy, we were figuring out he had a spare in the last box. If he had threw a strike on that, he would have been 50 points shy of climbing into that, that 3rd spot.
All right, now, Don Santiago up in lane 3. You see there, Glenn Harris has a 5-point lead, 24-19 after 2. We thank CompuScore out of Lowell, Vermont for our scoreboard.
Well, it's interesting, 3 pins. You don't see that very often. The 3, the 5, and the 8.
Oh.
It is one you don't see. You don't see it anymore.
I know. They're gone.
All the way down.
There you go.
Now you see it, now you don't.
Big Phil now on spare. He's grabbed the back again.
Oh.
9.
Takes down 9. Almost, he's just missing these strikes.
He is. And this has to wear on you after a while. He better get this for the spare. Otherwise, now it starts to work on you.
Oh, he's just missing that just to the right. I thought that was going to go for him.
That's 3. Even though the second one had a bad piece of wood in front of him, thought he should have carried it. You don't remember that. You just remember missing the singles. This will wear on you after a while. They start looking like pencils.
At what point do you start talking to yourself?
That's right. Yeah. You second guess. Oh no, not another single.
Right.
Yeah. Let's take a look at his reaction to the single. He thinks he has it covered, and oh.
Am I seeing this right? I don't believe it. Oh!
Wants that. 3 pin to go.
It's dancing. It's not going to go. Glenn has a high triple of 485. And he gets a 10 box.
Make it a 10.
He's at 34 after 3. He's now stepping over to lane 4. Glenn averages a 123.
Oh, right in the pocket.
It's just that 10 pin denying him.
I wonder if he's thinking, gee, hope it's not catching this missing single pins.
I know, really.
That's why a lot of bowlers, they won't watch their opponents. Just wait till it's their turn. Oh, are you kidding me? He went by the wood. Not much room to get through there. That was a great shot by Glenn.
Now, were you one to watch your opponent, see what he was doing, to see how he was faring, or no?
No, I watched.
You watched?
Yeah, I watched. Yeah. In case I had to trip him or something. You know, there's no defense while I try to find one. You know, it's pretty hard to hit a single pin with 2 hands around somebody's throat.
Oh, man.
It is. It's a unique game. It's all offense. There's nothing you can do defensively in this game.
All right, Don Santiago downs 8. A 4-pin advantage right now. After 5, he's at 57. Last week, Don started off real fast. 5 marks right in a row.
Yeah, that's what's going to take to catch those second and third place in points anyways, is to tie a number of marks together.
He leaves the triangle over to the right, the 6, 9, and 10, plus the 7.
And all kinds of help out. Well, we say it's help.
Yeah.
Better have the wood than not have the wood in this shot. But as you saw in that single pin, sometimes the wood doesn't always help you.
Helps him there, though. As he gets a spare.
You take a look at that one. Wood's favorable here. Helps him out with the 10 pin, especially at the end. It very quickly clears out the 7, and finally the 10 pin, last one to go.
Looking to answer.
Ready, Glenn. She'll get it.
He leaves the 1, 3, and 4. Excuse me, the 3, 6. He takes out the 3 and 6.
And it's
Just misses that 4. Glenn Harris with a 3-point advantage over our reigning champion, John Czernicki.
Right, go get it.
So he takes down 8 there.
Yeah, leaves a 5-9.
Waiting for that wood to settle back there. And he's going after that kingpin.
That's right. That's the object one. Got to have that one to make the spare. Oh,
just misses it.
But
though.
you can't get it that way. You have to be a little off, right or left. Oh boy.
You hit it dead on.
I think that's more frustrating than anything in this game. When you have a 2-pin and you hit your object pin, you just can't seem to carry the extra one.
All right. And after 6, Glenn Harris leads 70 to 67. He's up by 3. We have to take a break. We'll be back with more action right after these messages. Welcome back to the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. You see there, Don Santiago, our reigning champion. He's down by 3, and he's looking to close that gap.
Yeah, and with this spill, he should probably take the lead back again, depending on what he gets on the spare. That's enough to regain the lead.
Ooh, they're still falling for him. They're still falling for him.
What did I tell you? Now, right now, he wants that wood to stick around. He wants a guide going into the single pin.
All right. Well, he has his guide.
Yep. He's got to come low on it, though. He can't come too high in this one.
You know, lately, tricks on him. But he gets it to go there.
Yep.
He gets the better of it.
He's probably thinking, thank goodness, I got a single for a spare. Get rid of that demon.
I know. Because that was haunting him after a while.
It really does. Just 4, missing the head pin to the left.
He's got the 1, 3, 6, 9, and 4 and 7 over to the left.
Oh, great shot. 3 in a row.
Beautiful shot.
100-point bonus for Don.
Now, I was not expecting that. Check it out on the replay. There it goes.
Great shot.
That was beautiful work.
Gives him 300 points thus far in the match.
The 4 horsemen to the left. 1, 2, 4, and 7, plus the 9 pin back there. Oh,
that
just
close.
misses the 7 pin.
I swear, every time you have the 4 horsemen and another pin, you'll leave one of the 4 horsemen standing. If you got the 4 horsemen alone and another pin, you get maybe the 4 horsemen and leave the other one. There's always one seem to not clear out for you. Gives them 79 through 8 through 7. Yeah, my scoreboard looks like a Scud missile has hit it. You know, well, it's no laughing matter any longer with us. You know I have problems with the score pad here. I just thank God I got Earl next to me with a computer. Even that didn't help a few weeks ago. But all you people in Concord, okay, you took my shots, now leave me alone. They just wouldn't let me live that mistake down. Glenn misses the wood. Oh, they are. They're just brutal.
Going after that 10 pin.
They were like sharks. I walked into my bowling center and they like started circling me like, hey,
one right after
don't you know how to add?
Oh, man.
They're brutal.
That's your home, man.
I know. I didn't want to blame it on, you and Earl.
No, you didn't want to do that.
All right, working on 3 in a row for Don. 8-pin drop, a chance for another 50 points for a spare, but another 100-point bonus because he's keeping the streak alive.
So you got that 3 and 6.
There's another 100-point bonus along with that 50 for that spare.
And Don Santiago is rolling.
That's 450 right now. Oh, he'd like that 7-pin to go.
He needs the 3, 10, and 7. Yeah. Tough combination.
Right. The piece of wood swung too much. He's looking at him too much. He wants that pin more on an angle toward the 7-pin, so when he hits the 3, it will jump toward the 7. He's going to have a tough one. Tough shot. Getting that 7-pin down. It's high enough.
He gets him anyway.
That's a great shot. That was a lot harder than it looks. Another 100-point bonus. Plus, there you see the replay. Plus 50 for that spare.
Santiago says no problem.
600, another 100-point bonus.
Ring him up.
Actually, 200-point bonus, because that gives him another consecutive mark. Boy, he's got a lot of points, folks. We'll catch up with those
momentarily.
Yeah, during the break, we'll come back and give you the point totals. Not to be outdone.
With a strike of his own.
Not to be outdone. Glenn says, hey, I'm still sticking around here.
Glenn Harris is not going away.
There you see the replay of that strike. Don finished with 5 consecutive spares with a strike to finish on the last spare.
Once he gets going, I'll tell you, he does not slow down. Glenn Harris leaving the 4 horsemen to the left, 1, 2, 4, and 7, plus that 8-pin sleeping back there.
Oh, yes, spare on strike.
Goodbye.
There you see the replay, 4 horsemen, and called me wrong that time. That time he didn't leave a pin stand and tripped out that 7-pin. Really a much-needed mark. Big Phil here, he's going to be within 15 or 20 pins. Not bad. What a great opening game by both bowlers.
Very impressive. Very impressive. And the first game ends. Don Santiago, 145. Glenn Harris, 127. Don Santiago takes the first game by 18. We have to take a break, but we'll be back with more right after this. We're back at Lanes and Games for the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge.
Okay, you see the point total there. He's got 800 points, and Glenn Harris 250. Just so I can explain this to the people at home, he finished with 5 consecutive spares and a strike on the last spare. So we give them 50 points for each one of those. 100 points for a combination of spares and strikes 3 in a row. But then 100 points for every consecutive mark after that. We also give him 100 extra points for the strike on the spare, and that's considered like the streak continues, so he gets an extra 100-point bonus. That's how we arrived at that 800 points. So that's a big total for one game.
Absolutely. All right, over in lane 3, Glenn Harris starting us off for the second game. Glenn has a high 5 of 741. Going for the strike, he just misses the 4-pin.
He's got a nice piece of wood out in front, but there is another one next to the 4-pin, so he wants to drive this straight back. He's got enough power to do this, so. Okay, spare on first. That's what he has to do. He's down by 18. I think if someone said, Glenn, you're going to come on and throw 127 games, he'd probably say, oh, hey, I'll take it. Oh, Glenn, you're going to throw 127, be 18 pins behind. Oh, really? Yeah, that's a good game to be down by 18.
Story.
Yeah, right. Oh, started with a half Worcester and able to steal one more out the 7-pin, but just 3 on the spare. Oh, he converts it!
Unbelievable.
Wow, he made a mistake with the first ball, missed it to the left, but boy, he came right back, needed a little help. Little help on the 5 and 10. There goes the 5, and then finally the 10. Huge mark.
That was big.
Down by 18. The best thing you can do is put a couple marks up against your opponent.
Santiago can answer.
Well, it's going to be a terrific shot if he does. Now, that's considered down. The pin rolling against the wall. That is a down pin. Play that just as you would any dead wood. 2, 4, 6. Got to do it himself. Split it or off the wall. Coming off the wall. Coming off the wall.
Oh, my. Late. Holy smokes.
Actually, that piece of wood leaning against the sidewall helped him. Watch. He's inside. Look it, against that pin, enough to turn it and come back and get the 6. Unbelievable.
Unreal. Now in lane 4.
Another trick shot. 5-10 this time. Well, don't forget, the 5-pin is not on the same plane as the 10-pin. There is room to cut the 5-pin into the 10. It's not like the 5-6 or the 4-5. There is some room there, however slightly.
Oh, just missed the 10-pin on that.
Great try. Well, he gained 5 in count opposite the first spare. But now Now Glenn has a mark in the second, which he will fill now. So temporarily, the lead is 23. Get cut into that with his first ball. But all of a sudden, now we got to start talking about Glenn. He's got 2 consecutive spares. That's 100 points, 50 for each. This mark, if he gets it, would be a 100 bonus. Oh, you know, he's going to have to earn it.
Get that. He leaves the 3-6 and the 4-7.
Nope, streak stops at 2.
4-7. If you folks at home want more information on Candlepin bowling, you can go to www.candlepinbowling.com. The Records Rules Hall of Fame, and for more information on the $30,000 challenge.
Yeah, Dan Lorshell from Manchester keeps the website up to date. So if you happen to be away and you can't catch our broadcast Saturday nights at 6 or Sunday afternoon at 2, go to the website. He'll beginning of each week tell you who the winners were in case you missed it. The point standings, everything is there. So.
Glenn Harris almost getting a strike.
Almost. Leaving just a 6-pin.
6-pin out.
Thought he might have gone a little far to the left.
How about that wood, though?
Yeah, it did. It wasn't as bad as from our angle. I thought it looked like farther to the left than it really was.
There's our current reigning champion, Santiago.
It's down 8. Just the 1 and the 10 left. Good break off the head pin. And the wood should help with the 10. First order of business, though. You've got to have the head pin.
Yeah.
Got to have it, a little more of it than that.
Leaves the 10 pin back there. Get them all to go. Solid 10.
Let's take a look at the reaction of John there. Oh, more of the head pin. Oh.
Santiago just over to the left a little bit, leaving the 3, 6, and 10.
No, probably wants to try to avoid that piece of wood. I think if he hits the wood, he misses the 3. Probably missed a spare. No,
Well, the 10.
yeah. Caught the 3, but caught just a little of the wood, snapped the wood in front of the 10 pin, and prevented the ball from going down and pulling out the 10 pin itself.
Takes it out.
Well, chance for Glenn. Down by 17.
Glenn really looking to close the gap here. That averages a 123.
Yeah, it looks like he slipped a little bit on the approach that time. Lost his footing.
Leaving the 4 horsemen to the left there.
Trying again, make it 2 spares in a row.
Ooh.
Not quite.
Now he catches the 1 and the 7. He's the 2 and the 4. All right, 10 boxes for Glenn.
65 through 5. Lead now reduced to 11. What's new? Seems like every week, Don, Santiago is down to the last box.
I know. It's become routine.
Yeah. The day that he has a lead going the last 2 boxes is probably when he'll be dethroned.
I know. Tell me about it. Glenn Harris.
Well, Todd's going to have 2 open frames to work on.
Now he has the 3, 10, 4, and 7.
Boy,
Misses.
he took a gamble there. You know, he tried to get maybe a 9 or a 10 box instead of taking maybe the sure 8 and taking the 4, 7.
Right.
Might have cost him just a 6 frame.
Banking on that 3 to drive over.
Right.
Clear out the 4 and 7.
That's true.
All right, Santiago.
Well, I don't know if he can catch both pieces of wood or not. Doesn't look like he can, but I think that's the shot. Unless he goes way over in the right-hand tip of that wood,
Yeah,
going after
do you go for the wood or do you go
well,
for the pin?
I think, yeah, he's going for the piece of wood in between, but they just weren't close enough together to utilize both pieces.
Right. He comes away with a 10 box.
Lead is
After
still
5, he's at 58.
lead still 11 pins. Open with that spare. Now he's been shut out since 4 consecutive 10 boxes.
Ooh. He shatters 8 on that one.
Now you think, well, you think, easy for me to say, 3-5, you think the wood out in front should help him. Watch out for the 5 pin. If he's not high enough, this wood's going to keep the 5.
Right,
Just got it. Just got it.
All right, we have to take a break, but Don Santiago is ahead by 15. We'll see if Glenn Harris can close this gap and come ahead and come back to win it right after this. Welcome back. Glenn Harris up in lane 3.
It trails by 15, plus he has a spare working against him, too. Gets the okay to roll on in the 7th frame. Oh, spread eagle. Oh, spread eagle. No, that's not a spread eagle. It's the goal post. How quickly you can turn the spread eagle into the goal post.
Which is actually a worse situation
Yeah, it could be, yeah. It could be. Got a couple pieces of wood he's going to try to utilize. Oh, that close. Great effort by Glenn.
Get the 10 box.
There's either trying that spare. Clips the front piece of wood. That gets the 7, but nothing, even the ball coming back, just missing the 10. Good effort by Glenn Harris. Just got to put a mark up here now, though. Trailing by 15 plus the spare.
Got to cut into this deficit.
The interesting thing is when Don Santiago comes up, I'll go over the points with you. It's very interesting what's happening with him.
It's just leaving the 9 and 10 back there.
And a 9.
All right, a 9 box for him.
Okay, doing the quick math.
Here we go. When you say quick math,
Yeah,
it
I
always
know.
scares me.
800 points for the first game. He has 100 here in the second, which gives him 900. If he was to win the match, that's 750. That gives him 1650. That puts him in 3rd place right now. Now 1,700 points is the 2nd place finisher. Has a chance with another mark to tie that person. Yeah, as they just said from the truck. Now, they have no confidence in me either. That's according to Dan's math.
I know, they're really starting to question
they are.
mathematical skills here. Boy.
Ooh. So, folks, if my math is correct, he needs another mark. It would be a huge mark for him.
Santiago approaching lane 4, going for that mark. Going to the left, not going to get it there.
I know some of you at home probably asked the question at home, and I haven't answered yet. What happens if we tie in points? The first tiebreaker is the high single. In the match, they accumulate those points. And if there's a second tiebreaker, I believe we go to number of strikes in that match. So there's a number of different tie-breaking situations we can use. High single is the first one. 9 and 93. 21 pin advantage for Don Santiago. 2 boxes left. Glenn Harris still has a ray of hope there. He needs some marks and some big ones.
All right, he's up in lane 3 now, trying to put those marks up. Get the pin on this one.
He wants that one to go. That rocking. Oh, well, that's not bad, though. That's a lot better with the wood swung around, pointing toward or angling toward the 7-pin. Looks like if he has the 3-pin, he's got the spare.
He gets it. He gets the spare.
Still alive. But he needs a monster fill and another mark. Can't afford 5 or 6 on a spare. Needs a good fill, another mark, and a decent fill, and hope that Don Santiago doesn't mark the final 2. That's what he did not want to do.
Half Worcester to the right.
His only hope now is to definitely convert this and throw maybe a strike on it, and then just hope Don Santiago gets a bad box. No.
Santiago has a way of closing out pretty strong recently.
Okay, now the attention switches to Don Santiago's final 2 frames. He's going to win his 4th consecutive championship, but more importantly, he wants to jump to 2nd place in the point standings. This is what's so unique about this system that we're using for that last show with the points. Very, very interesting.
All right, after 10 boxes, Glenn Harris is at 109.
He's at 1650 with the win. Needs at least another spare to tie for 2nd place. Oh, it's a big spare right there.
Horseman to the right.
I believe in my math spread that ties him for 2nd place in the points. Of course, this is all unofficial, folks. We make the break. We take the break. We'll see the 4 horsemen of the spare. We take the break, and we'll reconfirm those points.
Okay, he leaves the 2, 4, and 7, as well as the 3 and 6.
Okay, he'll retain his championship because of time restraints. We're going to come back with a recap right after these messages. Stick around.
We're back. Don Santiago goes 4 in a row, beating Glenn Harris 261 to 236. Unbelievable. He also cracked the top 3 in total overall point leaders.
That's right. And Tim McGough, he tied Tim McGough at 1,700 points. There you see the points for today. And the first tiebreaker, as I said, back on December 29th, Tim McGough accumulated 17 points, had 141 high single. Today, Don Santiago got 1,700 points, but he had 145 today, so Don takes over 2nd place.
All right, let's bring him up now. The champion, our reigning champion, Don Santiago. Come on down. Congratulations, man. 9 spares, 1 strike. You caught on fire there towards the end.
Yeah, well, it's a little tough up there, but I concentrate on my game mostly. Go ahead.
You started right off with a mark, and then you cooled down a little bit, but then you caught right back on fire again.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy. Come and go, come and go. Once you get in that groove, though, it gets kind of easy. But you got to get a few breaks here and there to help you out.
I've never known this game to be easy.
No.
And we got 2 other guys coming next week that say, it's not going to be that easy with us.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, we'll see if you can make it 5 straight. Congratulations once again.
I hope so. Thank you. Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
All right, there he goes, our reigning champion. He's been on fire for 5 weeks now, or for 4 weeks now. He's going for number 5. And that's going to do it for us for today's show. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next time on the American Car Care Center's $30,000 Candlepin Challenge.